We wanted to believe. We wanted to call out. On August 20th and September 5th, 1977, 2 spacecraft were launched from the Kennedy Space Flight Center in Florida. They were all called Voyager. Each one carries a message. A gold-plated record depicting images, music, and sounds of our planet, arranged so that it may be understood, if ever intercepted, by a technologically mature extraterrestrial civilization. "13 years after its launch, Voyager 1 passed the orbital plane of Neptune, essentially leaving our solar system. Within that time, there were no further messages sent, nor any planned. We wanted to listen. On October 12, 1992, NASA initiated the High-Resolution Microwave Survey. A decade-long search by radio telescope, scanning 10 million frequencies for any transmission by extraterrestrial intelligence. Less than 1 year later, the project was terminated. I wanted to believe, but the tools have been taken away. The X-Files have been shut down. Our voices have been silenced. Our ears now deaf to the realms of extreme possibilities.
It is advantageous to begin an autopsy with removal of the cranium. The cranium is opened with a horizontal division an inch above the eyebrow ridges.
Professor, is something wrong?
What this man imagined, his dreams, who he loved, saw, heard, and remembered, what he feared, somehow it's all locked into this small mass of tissue and fluid.
Are you okay, Agent Scully? You kinda sounded a little spooky.
Good afternoon, Agent Mulder. Thanks for meeting me in this dark parking garage.
$4 for the first hour of parking is criminal, Dana Scully, my former partner. What you got better be worth at least 45 minutes.
You know, Mulder, from back there, you look like him.
Him?
Deep Throat.
He's dead, Scully. I attended his funeral at Arlington through 8 power binoculars from 1,000 yards away. Now, the picture frame was turned down. You wanted to talk? What have you found?
I wanted to talk, but I haven't found anything.
It's dangerous for us just to have these little chats, Scully. We must assume we're being watched.
Mulder, I haven't seen any indication.
No, of course not. These people are the best.
I've taken all the necessary precautions. I've doubled back over my tracks to make sure that I haven't been followed, and no one has ever followed me. The X-Files have been terminated, Mulder. We've been reassigned. I mean, what makes you think they care about us anymore anyway?
So why have you bothered to come here covertly, in this dark parking lot?
Because I realized that it was the only way that you would see me.
So what do you want?
To know that you're all right.
Clearly, I'm not all right. I don't have any fun anymore.
Well, what then? When the Bureau first shut us down, you said that you would go on for as long as the truth was out there. But I no longer feel that for you.
Have you ever been to San Diego, Scully?
Yeah.
Did you check out the Palomar Observatory?
No.
From 1948 until recently, it was the largest telescope in the world. The idea and design came from a brilliant and wealthy astronomer named George Ellery Hale. Actually, the idea was presented to Hale one night while he was playing billiards. An elf climbed in his window and told him to get money from the Rockefeller Foundation for the telescope.
And you're worried that all your life you've been seeing elves?
In my case, Scully, little green men.
But Mulder, during your time with the X-Files, you've seen so much.
That's just the point. Seeing is not enough. I should have something to hold on to, some solid evidence. I learned that from you, Scully.
Your sister's abduction, you've held on to that.
I'm beginning to wonder if that ever even happened.
Mulder, even if George Hale only saw elves in his mind, the telescope still got built. Don't give up, and next time, we meet out in the open.
Good evening, Senator Matheson.
Thank you, Mulder, for meeting me so late at night in my office here in Washington, D.C. to talk about, top secret stuff. Do you know this, Fox?
It's Bach, Brandenburg Concerto No. 2.
Mulder, do you know the significance of this piece? This is the first selection of music on the Voyager spacecraft. The first. 4.5 billion years from now, when the sun exhausts its fuel and swells to engulf the Earth, this expression will still be out, traveling 4.5 billion years. That is, if it's not intercepted first. Imagine, Fox, if another civilization out there were to hear this, they would think, what a wonderful place Earth must be. I would want this to be the first contact with another life form.
I know I've let you down. You've supported me at great risk to your reputation. I realized that when they shut us down, there was nothing you could do. All I can say is, I think we're close to what? I don't know.
Do you like Bach, Mulder?
I live for Bach.
Then let's hear it again. I'll turn it up real loud so that the Secret Service can't hear what we're saying. I take it you're familiar with the high-resolution microwave survey?
The search for extraterrestrial radio signals? They shut it down.
You have to get the radio telescope at Arecibo, Puerto Rico. I'll try to delay them as long as I can, but my guess is you'll have at least 24 hours. After that, I can no longer hold off the Blue Beret UFO retrieval team, and they've been authorized to display terminal force.
What am I looking for?
Contact, Mulder, contact.
No trace evidence immediately apparent around the exterior of the control room, which is locked with chains. The power has been turned off. Although the control panel lights are still on, the room is about 30 by 15. I see no signs of any recent occupation. There's quite an odor of mildew in the air. The air is stale. If anyone has been here recently, I see no indications.
Mulder, you hounded me to have lunch with you today, and then you don't even show, you chauvinistic pig.
I can't find anything here in Mulder's apartment to indicate where he is, except these highly scientific readouts printed from his computer. Galactic latitude.
May I ask what you're doing here, Agent Scully?
Are you following me?
Agent Mulder's residence is under surveillance. Please explain why you're here.
I was told by the assistant director that Mulder was gone.
So
Whenever he's away, I feed his fish.
No me lastime, no me lastime.
Who are you? Who are you? What are you doing here?
Por favor, no me lastime, yo tengo mucho miedo.
That's alright, settle down.
Tenemos que irnos aquí.
Hablo inglés. Nombre.
Jorge, me llamo Jorge Concepcion.
Jorge, why are you so afraid? What have you seen?
Luces en el cielo, rojo, azul, anaranjado. Pensé que un avioneta había entrado de los árboles, pero cuando llegué vi hombres como animales, pero no hombres. Me agarraron y me pusieron aquí. Todavía están en el bosque.
No comprende. Did you say men? Hombres? You're drawing what appears to clearly be an alien's head.
Dr. Troitsky, what do you think of these highly scientific printout of ones and zeros that I found at Mulder's apartment?
Looks like the wow signal.
The wow signal?
Ohio State has a radio telescope that conducts electronic searches for extraterrestrial intelligence. In August 1977, my buddy Jerry Amon found a transmission of the printout like this. He was so excited he wrote wow in the margins.
What was there?
A signal 30 times stronger than galactic background noise. It came through on the 21 centimeter frequency, which no satellite transmitters are allowed to use. The signal was intermittent, like Morse code, and more importantly, the signal seemed to turn itself on while in the telescope's beam. The wow signal is best evidence of extraterrestrial intelligence. But this is even better. Where did you get this?
Maybe you can tell me. Is that from Ohio State?
Can't tell. There are a few nickel and dime SETI projects around. UC Berkeley has one. The Planetary Society has one in Harvard and in Argentina. NASA was working out of one in, Goldstone in California, and also in Arecibo in Puerto Rico.
This clearly means Mulder will be in Puerto Rico. Thanks, Doctor. I have a flight to catch.
The signal from 0630 Tuesday. The narrow band and exact matching of the antenna pattern indicates that it originated from beyond lunar distance, but the same message is The time is 10:30. Although not a qualified pathologist, I will record my observations of the body in case at some further time decomposition should obscure forensic evidence. The subject, perhaps victim, is a Hispanic male of undetermined age. There are no overt external injuries apparent. There are no indications of any lightning strikes, singeing of hair, or burns of any kind. There are no puncture wounds due to needles or probes commonly associated with cases of alien abduction. The subject was discovered in the sitting position, rigor mortis having set in a little less than a half an hour had elapsed. The skin is strikingly affected by goose flesh. The body shows signs of intense cadaveric spasm. The expression reflects, my God, Scully. It's as if he'd been frightened to death. Again, Scully, nothing but evidence, and again, no evidence at all. The printouts received in the transmission indicate contact with another life form, and yet I cannot see them. Even if I could see them, would they really be there? How do I know this isn't some classified military satellite? These transmissions are from the Voyager. For God's sake. Could extraterrestrials really have intercepted them? Or is this just some elaborate joke played on those who want to believe? I was sent here by one of those people. Deep Throat said, trust no one. That's hard, Scully. Suspecting everyone. Everything. It wears you down. You even begin to doubt what you know is the truth. Before, I could only trust myself. Now I can only trust you, Scully. They've taken you away from me. My life up to this point has been about the need to see her again, to see them. But what would I do if they really came?
I was sure you were dead. Mulder, it's Scully. Dana Scully, do you know where you are?
Came Scully. The ones that took her, they were here.
Here? Or here?
On the tapes, there's evidence, there's proof, Scully.
Proof of what?
Contact. And these printouts, it's here, it's all here. In the man. We'll have to examine the body, there'll be proof.
Is that them?
No, this isn't it. It's the Blue Berets crash retrieval team. They're gonna kill us. Help me with the body.
We don't have time.
Help me, Scully.
Mulder, we're never going to be able to get the body out of the country. Mulder, we have to go. Evidence is worthless if you're dead.
You left your off-site setup. Another brick agent had to cover your ass. The entire surveillance. All the month's work in this case, gone. Just like you, gone. This has four-bagger all over it, Mulder. Censure, transfer, suspension, probation.
I understand that leaving my assignment warrants disciplinary action, and I'm willing to accept those measures.
But
I had enough on that surveillance to arrest those suspects. After 3 days, I could have nailed them on 40 accounts of bank fraud, but you left me there. I'm surprised you even noticed I was gone, let alone wiretap my phone, an illegal procedure without a court order.
Your time is over, and you leave with nothing.
Get out!
Me?
I said get the hell out. Report back to your assignment.
A minute ago, I was a four-bagger.
I think we need more to go on. Continue the surveillance.
It should be right here. The entire tape is blank.
You know, an electrical surge in the outlet, the storm may have degaussed everything, erasing the entire tape. You still have nothing.
I may not have the X-Files, Scully, but I still have my work. And I've still got you.